Meeting rules of procedure, and those are up here on my left. And before we get into our agenda, we're going to need to do an amended agenda. We've left something off that we need to add, and it will be added under number 6. It'll be the lease for the trailer at the park. And do I have a motion to amend the agenda?
I make a motion to amend the agenda.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor? Okay. Thank you. Okay, approval of minutes from the previous meeting, December 28th, 2016, special call council meeting minutes. Have a motion?
I'll make a motion that we approve the December 28th council meeting minutes.
Do I have a second?
I'll say.
All in favor? January 10th, 2017, that's hard to say, 2017, I can't believe we're there. Council meeting minutes. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion we approve the January 10th, 2017 council meeting minutes, including the executive session minutes.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor? Okay. Number 5, power on Roberts Way.
I'll make a motion that we have discussion, allow discussion on Roberts Way.
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor?
I mean, I've talked to Tommy about this, and, you know, I can see some downsides to it as far as, you know, future growth. I can see it being a good thing, but we're not gonna see anything right away. I think in the long run, it would be worth us to start going up Roberts Way, and try to get those lines off of Main Street. But it's we're gonna have to be looking, you know, 10, 15 years down the road. So,
That's a good point. I think as council members, we should be looking to the future and make sure that we're looking out for future residents, business owners, and council people, because we all know what we've gotten ourselves into over the past. So my opinion is to move forward with that. It's a great opportunity for us. The price is, what is it? Donna, do you have that?
She wants signatures for this. This is in the price front. Is it's like $16,000 and something dollars. It was about $8,000 a piece. Does that sound right, Swan?
Right.
And I'll add one of my concerns with not doing it. Several years ago, in front of the 500 building and a couple of other areas, there's some tight areas there, and all those lines that hang across the road. If we have a backhoe down there or any kind of piece of equipment, we've actually torn down a few lines, or a log truck, or an 18-wheeler that sits up.
ladder truck.
A ladder truck, or, so it would eliminate at some point us being able to have those lines across the road. And Tommy has been working ever since I've been here, and I know Rodney and Rhonda both know this, and Harold, but he's been working on any time he can get any meter boxes in behind the backsides of any of the buildings on both sides of the road, just to eliminate the liability issues. The one that snapped there in front of the 500 building, I can't believe we didn't end up injuring a lot of folks, because that line popped in two, sparks flew everywhere, but our backhoe there was no other way for them to get in there to get the road dug up to get to the leak, and it was a really bad leak. So they work in some pretty tight places. It's not going to fix it and make it better next week or as they build this building, but it is a start in moving forward to get some of those lower lying lines off the road. So,
Well, just a few things that come to my mind. A few things that come to my mind. And I've discussed with Roy and a couple other council members is, and of course, I own a building would be beneficial to me, because I'll probably eventually go up on my building as well and redo it. But, you know, we had a merchant last meeting question why we would pay for this and they didn't have the opportunity for us to pay for half of theirs. So what I would like to see if we could do is, if we pay the half, see if anyone that does tie on to that could reimbursed us.
Well, let me go back to that merchant that said that to you. Tom Carroll built those buildings, and I'm not sure that Tom Carroll didn't get some help from Tri-State and other folks over the years back when he built his buildings. So I'm not sure that that information that was given was quite correct, because there had been residents or commercial businesses in there before. So I do think there had been some forgiveness maybe from Tri-State's end to help get power in pedestals on the backside. I think they did help out.
And that's something maybe we've talked Tri-State about, that if there's any new development down there, instead of trying to time on the front side, just time on the back, so we can eliminate the problem in the future.
Well, and Rodney might know the answer to this, or Roy might can even tell us. It's more of an expense for Tri-State to go in and do pedestals on the backside than to throw up a line in the front. It's costing them more money to actually go in and do that. Am I correct?
I would think so.
Yeah, so, I mean,
They would still probably have to set a transformer, but I would say that the pedestal would probably be less cost effective than just setting a transformer.
Well, the way Tommy called me today, and the way he was explaining is that, let's just say they go ahead and get their power, and we don't do this, pay our part, then they'd still get their power, but then nobody could ever connect to that. If we, and he referred to a leg, if we paid for a leg,
Yeah.
then he said it could go all the way up to depot,
It
up to
could.
the depot.
it could.
Yeah.
And you're only talking about $8,000 of that being our part, rather than that could be probably $30,000, $40,000 later if we do it. I mean, I think it's a generous price from Tri-State too.
And then, I mean, that's something that, you know, if we want those lines removed, we can add on in the future and maybe give some incentive to people that are remodeling or whatever to, you know, we'll help you out on this if you go to the backside, or just talk to Tri-State, maybe they can make them go to the backside.
And of course, remember, anytime somebody hooks on to Tri-State Power, we do get a percentage, a small percentage, but we do get some money back there, some tax.
And I believe this will take us from Mountain Street down to Messer, so that's gonna cover a pretty large area
Well,
right now with the potential
I
of
think what he told me and Angie both was it could almost go all the way up Roberts Way.
Okay, good,
So, do we need to ask for more time?
yeah.
Or are y'all pretty comfortable with voting?
Was there any reason why we couldn't discuss, maybe work out this deal, what she just said though with Swan's here? Would y'all have any problem with us getting reimbursed later on?
Well,
Down the line?
no, they're paying for their part from the pedestal to their
I
building.
know, but still, they're wanting $8,000. All I'm asking is what age is.
I'm gonna probably say that Tri-State's gonna say, I already paid you a franchise fee.
Mhm. We get a franchise fee from Tri-State.
Well, now, I'm not talking about, I'm just saying, like, say, if somebody else came to, or was gonna build something down there, and they wanted to hook onto that, then couldn't they reimburse us, or give us a fee, and then a certain fee?
A shared cost?
Yeah,
Yes.
right, yeah. And then whatever Tri-State does, pay Tri-State, but then,
Well, I don't know.
I mean,
that
we could add it
told-
on to some kind of the permitting fee, could we not?
I think we would need to go through Tri-State to enact anything like that, and I certainly think it would be worth asking the question if the city is participating in improving the electrical system, that anyone who takes advantage of the system in the future, that there's a prorated share of reimbursement to the city for the expense of running the electrical lines.
Would we actually truly own the pedestal?
No.
So that's still owned by Tri-State,
Tri-State.
okay.
that's probably why they'd have to give that approval.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I mean, I
Well, we
would,
wouldn't want the liability of it
yeah,
either.
and I wouldn't expect to get anything other than we pay you a franchise fee, because
I wouldn't
it's
either.
very seriously possible.
And I would even actually want to talk to David to make sure that's even legal,
Yeah.
really, yeah.
You know,
So,
We could certainly ask.
yeah, we can ask,
Well,
it never hurts to
try.
ask.
I mean,
Yeah, it
we
never hurts
could
to
say,
ask.
but
I don't see any sense in it, but.
if it worked, that'd be good, that'd be all right.
Absolutely.
Well, I guess we're actually holding you up as far as getting your power in, and I think that you're needing to move forward there. So we're needing to make a decision. If we can get a feedback, that's great, but if we can't, are we still willing to move forward, or is it all hinging on waiting to see if you can get a feedback?
For me, it's not.
I'm thinking maybe in the future, we're gonna have to go on down anyway.
So maybe we go ahead and do it, but at least
Doesn't hurt to
check
ask.
to see
Yeah,
if we
yeah,
can.
we can ask, it never hurts to ask.
I I'm fine with that, I mean,
Do you want me to do a motion?
we ought at
Someone?
least ask
A
and see,
motion?
you know, if we can do that.
I make
believe
a,
we'll turn out okay on that, too.
I make a motion that we go ahead and, do what we've been discussing about paying part of the power to run it Roberts Way.
Okay, do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
We need to
Whenever
put
we
these
check it,
provisions
we
in.
need-
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we can check.
Okay.
Okay, well, he's made a motion. We got a motion on the floor, we got a second.
We need more discussion.
Okay, so, all in favor? Okay.
But, so.
Was anybody opposed? Were you opposed?
No.
You made the
I
motion.
don't need a motion to,
No,
to
no,
see.
we-
We can
Rory
just-
heard that, so
Yeah,
we
he
can
heard
do
me.
that. Okay.
Now, as I understand, it's first I've heard that we're going from Mountain potentially to Depot Street.
No,
Well, this will only take you
Mountain
to
almost messed right past-
Messer.
Yeah.
But Tommy did say that's a start to get us up to Depot Street. And he actually told me and Angie that back there 8 months ago?
Yeah, if it did, if,
7, 8 months ago?
yeah, and you told me again today, but if it didn't go past Messer Street, really, when you think about it, there's not really anything else down there that would be, I mean, the Eaton property maybe, but there's not, in mine, there's not really anything else that would, that's gonna tie into it. So it's gonna, if it don't, if we can't get it on up, there's not really no point.
Well, I mean, lots of things can tie into it. You're gonna have some other development there. You're gonna have buildings that are gonna be redone over the years.
Well, probably not for Messer.
Well, you just talked about yours.
Well, no,
Yours
but-
was one of them. But you're not the only person that may do renovation there. So there could be others that would tie in.
Well, I'm just saying for Messer to Mountain, about
Oh.
everything's new down there already. So it would be, we need to definitely get it back up to that way, so.
Yeah, okay. All right, police department, part-time hire.
Johnny is needing another part-time guy added, it's Mr. Matthew Kaler. I've got his application, if I'd like to look at it, discuss it or anything.
Let me work with the county.
He works for McCaysville, at the moment, he's just gonna be filling in part-time if Johnny needs him.
I think we'd already approved for him to be able to get approval of part-time.
Yeah, and this is, all this is just adding to that
Yeah.
pool, putting somebody on, so he can call somebody, so he doesn't have to run overtime.
And yes, he has worked for the
He
county too.
had, right?
Oh, does he work for the county?
He did, or still does, I don't know.
Mhm. Yeah, and he may actually help one of the other counties too. He may help LJ some, I think. I think he uses, Larry uses him
Yeah, I
some.
think he does too.
So we just need an approval to hire him.
I'll make the motion that we hire Mr. Kaler for a part-time, starting at the starting rate.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor? Okay. Lease,
We've been kicking this lease around for a little while, back and forth on email, this and that. The lease is drawn up fairly well, but I think we need to let Roy look through it and come up with any suggestions and allow him to fix anything he finds wrong before actually executing the contract for the lease.
and you're gonna allow him to execute the contract?
Yes.
Once he gets it?
Once he gets it. I'll make the motion, we go ahead and allow Roy to look through the lease, and once he feels that the lease is good, to go ahead and execute the lease.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor? Okay, Borderline Waterworks quote 5613365-A. And it may, oh, there it is. It is $3,573.17. This was an emergency repair that they had to do. So I need an approval.
I'll make the motion we approve Borderline Waterworks invoice.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor? Okay. Miracle invoice number 783252, and it is $17,381.66.
I'll make a motion, we approve the Miracle invoice.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor? Okay. And Mr. Martinez.
Oh, that was fast.
You got how many minutes? Two? Two. Isn't it two? Two.
Is it 2 minutes?
It's two.
Talk fast.
Turn the mic on, too.
It's Valentine's Day. You gotta talk fast. Everybody wants to go home.
It should be on the side or top.
It's right on top by your finger it was, unless somebody.
It's a long
turned it
button.
around.
One that says on and off.
It's on the bottom.
Somebody started it
Turned it
over.
around.
It was on the bottom.
Talk loud, we can hear you.
Nothing.
You talk like that.
Hello, can I just talk
Yeah.
about?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah. See, you don't have to.
couple things. First of all, happy Valentine's Day. Fire and Ice is coming up this weekend. Just to give you guys an update, we have 20 chilling contestants that'll be out there. We have 6 food vendors, and we'll have 22 ice sculptures out there. So the only thing we won't have is cold weather. So can't have everything, but I think it'll be a beautiful day. It'll be, I think, a very, very good festival for us. The other thing I want to just talk about briefly, oh, by the way, that also, the reason I have this on your desk, this is the Appalachian magazine. There's about 35,000 copies that get circulated out there. The front page, you can see, is all about Blue Ridge. If you turn into page 16, you'll see where it starts talking about fire and ice, and there's a nice spread, and it goes on to talk more about Blue Ridge as well. So this is a great little publication. We also have another one that you'll see another copy of something else coming out in what month?
April, May.
April, May. So it's another thing that we're doing for the different businesses in Blue Ridge. The other thing on Streetscape, just real quick, I've been talking to several of you before. It's going very, very well. I was talking to them today, they say they're pretty much, I don't want to say ahead of schedule, but they seem to be really happy with their progress so far. Everyone on Main Street from a business standpoint, they're all very happy with what they're doing. And I don't know whether it's because of the weather or Caldwell's just done a really good job of communicating, or whether it's because I know we have, Amy's put together a schedule to have different versions, bring cookies and brownies and out.
That's what I heard. I heard the hot coffee.
We've been doing all those things, so anyway, it's all going very, very well. So I'm really happy to be able to tell you from a business standpoint, we're extremely happy with that. But like any organization, for me, it's, now that we got that going, when are we gonna do something about the bathrooms?
Yes.
Now that we got that thing moving along. I don't know if you've seen the latest 2016 chamber survey results.
I did.
Did you
Saw
see
those.
that?
Mhm.
So let me just point out a couple
I read them.
of interesting.
You don't have to tell me.
You don't want to hear them?
I've not heard.
Let me just try. So of the people that they surveyed, 88% say they come downtown Blue Ridge. 88%. Of those people, 60% are between the ages of 46 and 65. 27% of that are over 65. The older you get, the more you have to go. And you
Speaking
can't.
from experience,
I'm just saying. 68% of them are female. I'm just saying that those bathrooms, even though they did a nice little makeover, are not adequate. For the number of people coming to downtown, they really need something better, they need something more, and they need it really soon. So my question to the council is, when are you gonna make that
I did.
I'm not on the agenda, but I'll just say that that's, I plan on that being on the next agenda.
happen? Oh, so I'm coming back in.
He'll be here.
Yeah.
So you will make an answer?
Well, I'm gonna ask the council to.
Good.
What's going on with the, we had the grant, we still get that?
No.
We're totally out on that.
no is not the answer. Yes is the answer. They're coming Friday. The
So
ARC.
there's a chance-
They actually called me and said they couldn't believe we turned it down, so. they're
Well,
coming.
for the record, I did not, I voted not to do that.
Well, it was $1 million
So,
project, and I don't think,
yeah.
we don't have $1 million. to spend.
ARC money has now been increased also. It's not just 300,000 anymore.
Excellent.
There you
So, and seeing how this is an election year, I think it'd be great that you're talking about.
I think so too.
It's pretty much committed that they can do it for about 300,000, so you can save some money there too, so, but I'll talk about that next.
So, all right, thank you, that's all I have. Is
Okay.
there anything you need from the Business Association?
No, but Jan Hackett did say, did she give you a number on, it was 8,000 visitors they had at Caboose?